Hey guys, Rich here on the 4th of July at the Ultra Motorsports warehouse. What we're doing today is we are going to take a look at this 1972 Cutlass. This customer is trying to get himself informed and make a good purchase, which we encourage, and he would like a bondometer ran around the truck. So this is the filler detective. Obviously this thing is just a tool, so always it's, you know, the buyer needs to make sure they're very informed, and this is a tool that we can use to kind of just find some bad areas in the car. So we're going to go around the car with the bondometer. As you can see, when this thing is it's a magnet, and when it's not touching anything, it kind of goes off the hook here. But when you are touching good metal, it just gives you like a green light, just like that. Okay, if you get this thing off the car, like off kilter, it'll change like this. Okay, so we just got to make sure that this felt pad is flat on the car the whole time, and if we get any kind of indication, we'll try it again and just make sure that it's a bad spot. So we're not going to go over the entire car, you know, hood, top, you know, roof, all that stuff. Just the problem areas is where we're going to go over, and you know, many areas where rust could have damaged the car, and then they could have used filler to fill it in. So we're going to do, you know, this lower area of the car, obviously the quarters, obviously up in here, you know, and then all the low areas here like this. Okay, so first things first, it's flat, and so, you know, I can't you know, whip this thing, you know. I mean, my thumb has to be on this, the green light has to be on. I mean, if I was doing this, you know, you guys would, you know, you'd probably be none the wiser. But when the green light's on, everything is in good shape. We're looking at good metal with a 16th I don't really worry about. Even an 1/8 isn't a big deal. When we start getting into 3/16 and a 1/4 plus, you know, that's quite a bit of body filler. So I'd be happy to maybe show another car around here that I could, maybe I know I got another car around here I could show that has some body filler, and we could show how bad it is. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be pretty impressed with this car. So moving on, here we are, nice and flat, no issues, super solid, very good. We'll just run this down this way. Nothing, looks good. We're holding it flat against the car. See, we got a little skim here, you know, that's good. We know the machine's working now, that's great. Little skim here, 16th skim. That's a skim, by the way. That's like just body work. I mean, that's like just you know, prep for paint. That's what that is. So I mean, that's nothing. Looks good down here. Rocker looks great. That one's flashing at me. I think it's the battery's a little low, but it's still working nonetheless. No issues. It's against the car. You can see, you know here, you know, if I take this off the car, you can see what it's doing here. So you know, now you know I'm holding it on the car the whole time. You can see the green light. Okay, right here, nice and flat. No issues on the driver's side. Oh, little bitty bit of a skim here. Okay, so the area that we looked at back there, where we got a little indication, was in here, and as you can see, just it looks great. I mean, there's no waves, you can't see anything. Same thing here. Looks very nice. Okay, so now if this thing had quarters, you know, you would expect for there to be, this is where they'd be stitched in, here somewhere. If it had quarters, you know, somebody would have stitched it in somewhere around here. So even if it had happened to this car, you would still expect to see like good work. So I'm not particularly, I'm not particularly worried about it. But in this case, it looks like there's not been any stitching in of anything right here. So looks good so far. Quarters look good. Everything looks great. And this is pretty tidy here. I mean, not even a 16th I was getting there. That could be even, you know, paint thickness or something. Still on the body of the car here, down to the lower, holding it flat. Got a little skim right there. Good deal. Pretty pleased with that. Real low. Little skim down here, so maybe it had a little rust that's been filled in here. Okay? Little skim down there. Real low. Maybe a little, man, a very little bubble pop starting. Let's look at something here real quick. Look at the back side, and gosh, it looks really good though. You know, I don't see anything that's been like, get some light in here. This has not been repaired. So I'm gonna say that there was just a little skim done on this side right here, or maybe perhaps, you know, I do see a little bitty bits of pinpoint, maybe some pinpoint bubbling starting, just a little. Okay, that's the driver's side, guys. I can't believe that any other car dealerships are doing this kind of thing for anybody. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, my deal is, you know, I want everybody to be informed. I want consumers to be very informed of their purchase. This side looks real great. Definitely a little skim here. Something here. A little bit of a skim coat right there. Okay, and you can see maybe like this little, and I get it. Okay, it looks like this area about the size of, you know, a dollar bill, $100 bill, excuse me, about the size of a dollar bill. They weren't gonna put metal in, so they just put some filler in and filled it in. And you know what, I'm okay with it. Very minimal amount of skimming here. This is, so the level of original metal and dryness of this car right now, all good. This is all very, very good, very tidy. This is all great. Let's see if we can get a peek right under here and see if there's any bad work that was done. This is original for sure. For sure. Original, and looks great. Okay? So, I get it. A very small area here where they didn't want to put a bunch of metal in, so we put some filler in. You know, I mean, that's, you know, I'm okay with it. Okay, moving on. Let's get this passenger side done here. Looks good, all green light here. Looks very good. Again, this is where a skim would be if we had anything. Who knows, this could have been a spot where the car had been hit at one time or something like that, and just a big old dent that they decided to not replace metal, but just, massage the metal out and then smooth it out with some filler. I mean, that's what you do. That's how you do it, guys. Same thing here, just a little bit. It's kind of weird, I mean, that's curbside, I mean, it kind of, oops, wait a minute. You can see here, guys, look at this. I'm getting light there, and that's part of what's causing my issue. So let's see what happens when I turn it. All green there. Looks like we got a little skim right down here. Okay, but it looks very, very good. I'm very, very pleased. Low on the door. Looks good. Real good. No issues. Let's go back this way just a little bit with our felt pad, not damaging the car. Okay, now back this way. Right here, real low. Got one or two little bubble pops here. Let's see what this does. Yeah, one or two little. I am smashed in between two cars here, and I'm like 18 inches from the car. Okay, and that's how it looks. I'm like 3 or 4 inches from it right now. Okay, not an issue at all. Front fender, passenger side, looks good. Bump up and down this way a little bit. Excellent. Super nice. Pretty pleased. All right, guys. So, great car, 1972 Cutlass S. Ran our bondometer around it. The filler detective. We'll get this fired off to our customer right away. Happy 4th of July, everybody. And again, this is Rich at the Ultra Motorsports Warehouse. If you need to get a hold of me, grab me through the website at ultramotors.net. You can get my phone number off the website. You can get my email address, and I can answer any questions that you guys might have. All right, guys. See you later.